Well, springtime means warmer weather and a lot more time outside, hopefully, right? It also means more coughing, sneezing, and sadly wheezing. So here are some tips on preventing spring sickness. Garrett Crawford is in studio with a lot more on some simple tips. And we were looking, I mean, he has this awesome kind of breakdown. And it's as simple as go barefooting when you're inside your house rather than keeping your shoes on. Why?
Well, 90% of the contaminants brought into the house are brought into the shoes.
Huh.
So we want to make sure that we're taking them off of the door. We have our kids crawling on the floors, the tile, the carpet, so we really want to make sure those are clean for them.
Yeah, I mean, by the numbers, more than 90% of bacteria, as you mentioned, found on your shoes. What about when you are trying to pump out the soap? You want those dispensers everywhere simply to encourage people to wash their hands. That really helps.
Yeah. Well, you know, bar soaps, not all are created equal, and not all are antibacterial. So you really want to just reduce any contact with something everybody else is touching. So pump dispenser probably is the best thing to use.
I like this one too. If you're in the shower or in the bathtub, make sure you stay in the shower or bathtub to dry off rather than maybe putting your feet on that, you know, mat outside, because the mat actually holds more bacteria and wetness than you would ever want.
Yeah, moisture is the #1 enemy of a safe indoor environment. So the bath mat's there, but it's not there to be drenched. So just get dried off in the tub and then don't get that soaking wet. It'll breed bacteria and, you know, microbes and mold.
And when you're doing cleaning, when you're doing kind of sanitizing of a certain area, you say always, make sure you pay attention to the vents, whether it be floor vents or above vents, right?
You know, we at AdvantaClean recommend you get your air ducts cleaned once every 2 to 3 years. As far as the furnace filters, I would say change them every 3 months. If you have animals, every 2 months. But if you have multiple animals in a house, probably once a month would be safe.
But for a lot of these tips, I mean, too, it's really simple stuff that you don't think about. Isn't that what you find?
Yeah, I mean, these are just common practical things you can do, you know, because, you know, we spend 90% of our life indoors, and it's said that the air quality is 2 to 5 times worse than what's found outside. So there's just little things you can do to, you know, kind of keep the indoor environment safe.
Well, and two, you brought a bunch of products. I mean, these are products you can find anywhere, from filters to the HEPA filtration to getting stuff for your bed, too. If you want to encase your bed, that keeps what, dust mites at bay?
Yeah, the #1 indoor allergen is dust mite fecal matter. So we have millions of dust mites in our bed. So we want to make sure we use one of these. It'll keep dust mites from getting in the mattress. And let's say we have an older mattress, we don't have the money to buy a new one. It'll actually keep them from getting out.
All right.
So this is cost effective.
And last but not least, because I did not know this, steam heat. Experts say nothing cleans like steam, and that hot forced vapor can kill up to 99.9% of all germs and viruses.
Yeah, I mean, nothing beats heat. It's safe, it's effective. You don't have to use indoor chemicals with, you know, VOCs, you know, the irritating vaporous gases. So really, steam heat's the best.
It's really interesting. It's going to keep you hopefully healthy during this springtime. But we put all of that information that we just talked about on the website, fox19now.com, if you want to kind of break it down and see some of these really easy ways to keep your home clean. Thanks, man.
Thank you.